Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the newest stars, some of my favourite people, and a lady who's got a remarkable voice. Lisa McHugh is a lady who's got that beautiful Irish tone and some great songs and a huge following. Lisa, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Alex, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm delicious, thank you, but not as good as you. I mean, you've got everything, beauty, a great voice and good songs. That's the key to having success, isn't it?
Wow, thank you. That's an awful lot of compliments rolled into one there. Thank you very much. You know, I'm one of the very lucky people that gets to do what they love to do on a daily basis. You know, there's not many that can say that they go to work and they don't see it as work. They see it more as a hobby. And I'm one of those people. I'm just loving what I do. I love making music. I love entertaining people. And I'm in a very fortunate position, and thankfully things are going incredibly well for us. So, yeah, it's going really well.
Tell me your story then. How did you get into this?
Well, I was born and raised in Glasgow, and my parents are both Irish. My mum's from Donegal and my dad's from Tyrone. And growing up, my mum and dad were huge country music fans, and they listened to American country, they listened to Irish country. So no matter where we were or what we were doing, there was always that on in the background. And you know, we kind of grew up with it, myself and my brothers and sisters and the rest of my family as well. And whenever we were over in Ireland, my mum and dad would have taken us to different country shows and to see the likes of Daniel O'Donnell or Philomena Begley or Dominic Kirwan. And I suppose as I grew older, then, you know, everyone grows through that rebellious phase, and you know, going through your teens, you think that maybe it's not cool enough to be a country music fan, but little did I know that only a year or two later I started singing it, and I loved singing American country in particular, and I really found it comfortable, and it was more like my niche. And the more I done it, the more I wanted to do it full time. And I'm a very determined person, and I've always had all of these dreams to be on stage and to be, you know, releasing albums and touring, and I suppose I just made it my goal and tried to achieve them. And when I came over to Ireland full time, I was part of a television show over here which was called Glortira, and I got to the final of the competition, and it was a huge platform for someone like myself starting off because of the publicity we got from the show, the experience, the camera work, and not to mention I made so many contacts as well. And I suppose that kind of planted the seed for me and made me want it even more. And I decided then I just, you know, the time was right, and I started touring on the 31st of January 2011, and I haven't looked back since. Things have just gone from strength to strength, and I'm hoping that it continues for many years.
I guess you can't be trained to sing the way you do because you've got that beautiful natural tone. Were you singing as a baby?
Well, I suppose I've always enjoyed music, and growing up, and I've always enjoyed being the centre of attention also as well. So I, you know, with regards to country music, I always listened to the likes of Dolly Parton, and you know, those were my favourites, Dolly Parton and the Dixie Chicks and Martina McBride and Loretta Lynn, and I suppose they have pure country voices and real traditional, and they have a little bit of a lilt to their voices as well. So I suppose by singing along with them for so many years, I picked up some things that would maybe be similar to their voices, and I suppose it's not done me any harm at all, and now it's just me, it's just who I am.
I love the fact that on YouTube you do an Ed Sheeran song, and you're a great storyteller. I mean, we got to be careful making this sound old-fashioned, because when you say this type of music, people think it's tiddly-die music, which it's absolutely not. You've made it contemporary. How difficult is that?
I suppose, as you're saying, so many people would refer to country music as not necessarily the most trendy thing to listen to, and you know, when you look at the likes of America, you know, country music is huge in America and dominates the charts over there. And you know, we are over here in Ireland and in the UK, and we're doing the similar kind of thing. And obviously, it's not on as big of a scale as they would be. You know, we're just trying to. I'm a young girl, and I'm trying to make it, you know, apply to other young girls, you know, that would want to come along and hear our songs and sing along to us. And yeah, it's not an easy task to do, but you know, I love listening to other kinds of music as well. You know, I love listening to the charts, and yeah, as you mentioned, Ed Sheeran, that's one of my favourite songs over the last couple of years. And I decided to record that on the new album as well, and we recorded that one live with my own band as a bonus track, and it's been greatly received. So it's a kind of an ongoing process to try and keep keep yourself up there and keep things modern and up to date, and it's working well so far.
Well, you've certainly got a great gift, and if people want to look you up on YouTube, you've got that channel there. I love as well that somebody sneakily taped you during one of your rehearsals before a show, and again, you can just do it. I guess for you, the live band is the thing that's the most thrilling?
Oh yeah, I love being on stage. There's so many parts of my career that I enjoy, and each of them are different, but nothing beats when you go on stage and you're performing with your band and you're live and in front of an audience, and the atmosphere and the energy in the room, and to hear people singing the songs back to you and shouting for more. It's a feeling that you can't really describe unless you're in the position. But it's a very enjoyable one, and I just love doing it every single time.
I guess by the end of your show it's a party, because it's got that feel, hasn't it? It's very uplifting.
Definitely. My job is for people to enjoy themselves. People are paying their hard-earned money to come along and see us, so that we want them to come along and forget their troubles and forget that they might have problems at home or money problems, and my job is for the 2 hours I'm on stage is to entertain them as much as I possibly can and make them forget all about that. And it's not an easy task, but I love doing it, and hopefully I'll be doing it for many years to come.
We've got a new album on the way, and this, of course, is where you get to be celebrated when you make a CD. Is there anything more thrilling than going in a studio and then eventually receiving that CD and you're on it?
Well, recording and being in the studio is, again, I probably sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's a really enjoyable process, and it's where, us as artists and songwriters get to go in, and you can try so many different ideas with, producer. And some may work, some may not. Some they think are going to be amazing when you try and do it in the studio, but sometimes they don't work out as well as the ones that you may think wouldn't have worked. And it's all about trial and error and trying to grow as an artist. And I'm growing as a person, as an individual, and as an artist, and trying to make my own music unique to everyone else, and try and stay away from what's been done before and try new things. And when I was in recording the album Wildfire, we did do that, and we tried so many different things I'd never tried before, and it was a huge learning curve for me, because I'm getting to work with musicians who are world class, and some from Nashville and some from the UK, and producers, and it was a huge experience for me, and one that I'll definitely take with me and I've learned from. And I'm sure many of the other artists that you would speak to would say the same, that they just enjoy going in and trying out new things and trying to grow as an artist as well.
How tough is it on the road? I mean, people aren't going to come to you, you've got to go to them, and you're literally working around the world. Is that stressful? How have you made it work for you?
It's definitely one of the hardest parts of the job. The travelling would be the longest and most grueling part of it, but I'm very lucky that I'm surrounded by great people. The boys that I have in the band and my crew and management, they're all great fun, and we're like brothers now, brothers and sisters. We're like a family because we spend so much time together, and it's very important, to have an atmosphere that everyone can enjoy, because you're away from home 80% of the time. You're spending your time away from your family, away from your friends, so they become your family and they become your friends because you are so involved with them. And I suppose the travelling, the long miles and things can, people may look at it and think, I'm not really sure that would be the life for me. And it's not the life for a lot of people. You wouldn't do it unless you loved it. But I'm lucky that I have great people around me to make all the miles a lot less. Whenever we would be doing a further tour outside of Ireland or in the UK or somewhere, we would have a tour bus for us, and the lorry goes over and the crew would travel in the lorry. When we're in Ireland, we have the lorry. The crew still continue to travel in the lorry because they would be there a lot earlier than myself and the band. The rest of us would travel in our cars and just meet at the venue.
Is it still exciting when you see that truck turn up? Because it's all about you. Let's face it, if you don't turn up, there is no show.
Do you know, I actually thought about that last week when I was just sitting and watching the boys setting up the gear, and they actually put up my backdrop, which obviously has my name across the back of it. And I was sat to myself and I was thinking, do you know, I had to pinch myself because I realised that only a few years ago I was sitting in an office on a phone for 8 hours a day talking to people who were complaining about VAT. And now I'm sitting in a hall with people setting up all of my gear, and the show is all about me, and people are coming to see me and my music and the band, and it's something that I'm very proud of. It's not been an easy road, or an easy journey, should I say, but it's certainly been well worth it, and I have no regrets whatsoever. I'm having a ball.
You've got a beautiful gift. I think you're going to be a big star in America ultimately, because they just embrace and love your type of music. I think you'll do very well over here because people will see that you're a singer, but they're so passionate about it. And I think what we probably don't realise is that country music and Irish music over there is as big as pop. It's mainstream.
Yes, it is absolutely huge in America. And, you know, Nashville and American country has always been a huge influence to me. And I'm sure anyone that has purchased any of my music or albums in the years gone by, they will have noticed that most of the songs that I would release have an American country feel to them. Albeit not everyone over here in Ireland would be huge fans of American country. So we have to strike a balance to try and, you know, suit everyone.
Yeah.
But when I release an American country song, I think it's ones that are received best from me, because it's what I'm suited at, and hopefully I'll be getting to release some more American country, and you never know, we may even get to travel over to America. You know, that's the ultimate dream, hopefully one day. Fingers crossed, all going well.
I'm sure you will, because you've got a huge talent. Thank you so much for talking to me today. The autumn tour kicks off in Glasgow on the 24th of September, going via Newcastle and Arbroath, and then you're back in Scotland, Banbridge. You then end up in Castleblaney and Newry. October the 11th, you're down there in Ennis, and of course you finish the 16th of October, and I'm sure you'll be back for 3 nights. You're there, Clanry Hotel as well. So congratulations on what a beautiful voice and an amazing life and tour. I wish you all the best, Lisa McHugh. Great to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Alex, and hopefully catch up with you very soon.
I'd love to see you live. What a talent. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.